Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to our Planets Through Ascendant series. And today we're going to be covering Sun in the 8th house in the sign of Aries for Virgo ascendant people. And what happens when your Sun is sitting in the 8th house in the sign of Aries while Sun is ruling the 12th house with the sign of Leo. And as always, if you do not know where your Sun is placed, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, what degrees it's at, all your other planetary placement, all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and my new book, Mahadashas at the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link. So, let's get started with our Sun in the 8th house in the sign of Aries for Virgo ascendant people. So, for a Virgo native, Sun is ruling the 12th house. 12th house of foreign lands, foreign places, multinational companies, hospitals, asylums, monasteries, sanctuaries, spiritual sanctuaries, laboratories, expenses. It's a house of sleep, bed pleasures, and it's the house of subconscious mind, astral travel, traveling outside the boundaries of our existence. Lord of that is sitting in the 8th house. So what happens is whenever the Dushtana Lord is in the Dushtana house, meaning Dushtana is 6th, 8th, and 12th house. When the Lord of that is in a particular one of these houses, it's known as Viprit Raj Yoga, meaning suddenly your bad fortune turns to good. And especially in this case, it's very important because Sun is now exalted in the sign of Aries, which shows us that this person is able to find their energy, their vitality in the harshest of places. You know, kind of like a good example would be somebody, let's say a hip hop artist. Let's say you take Tupac, the greatest rapper of all time, who passed away in 1996. He called himself the lotus who grew from the gutters. Because for him, he came from like the projects, the ghettos. He was able to self-sustain himself from a very young age, whether he was selling crack, whether he was selling drugs, but he was able to rise above all that, to make himself known as a legend, to make him known himself as a rich, creative artist. The world now praises him as the emperor of the hip-hop world. So what happens is the Sun gives a person the ability to rise from the gutters. See, 8th house represents things buried underground, things which are just not the happiest of the places. This is why the plumbing system is the 8th house. Basements are the 8th house. Hidden underneath is the 8th house. 8th house is occult, mysticism, secrecy, surgeries, occult, tantra. You know, it's a house of spies. And Sun represents your energy, your vitality, your ego, your self-esteem, your confidence, your father, authorities. So obviously shows that one will be able to rise in life suddenly with their own wits, with their own support. The other thing that you understand with this is that this person is self-aware of their mishaps. Like these people know somehow that, okay, this is what's wrong with me and I need to take care of myself. They know the hidden truth. They know the hidden knowledge. They know because they're able to transform themselves. They have the ability to transform themselves in any circumstances. So if they find out, okay, I have this health alignment, I have this disease, they have the power to transform their lifestyle. Where most other people have a hard time adjusting, like, okay, I have to give up sugar. Like, let's say if somebody's diabetic, I have to give up sugars, I have to give up sweets, I have to give up wheat, I have to give up rice, I have to do this, I have to exercise. Oh my God, my life is completely screwed. I can no longer have fun anymore in my life. Where a person with this Sun will be able to take those losses of the 12th house and transform them into their own benefit, into their own power. They're like, okay, well, it's time to work. It's time to change myself. And Aries represents the head. Originally, Aries is the sign of the head. So this person is extremely intelligent. They're able to use their intelligence to come out of any kind of a hidden situation, any kind of a burdenic situation. Anywhere where they are suffering, they're able to take that and transform them to come out of any of those problems. This also shows that a person, especially let's say you go through Sun period, there will be sudden travel to foreign places. Like let's say I'm making this video right now, okay? I have no plans to go anywhere although I'm going to California soon. But let's say I get a call. Some investor says, look, if you come tomorrow, I can introduce you to this person who's willing to spend $3 million on your project. You better come now or you can lose that opportunity. So what am I going to do? Suddenly now, let's say it's my sun Mahadasha. And sun is the 12th lord sitting in the 8th house exalted. I'm going to quickly stop this video, book my ticket for tonight or tomorrow, pack everything and just leave. So those things happen. Sudden move to foreign lands, sudden opportunities with multinational companies. But also what this shows, because 12th house also represents isolation. 8th house represents the unknown. Naturally, the soul likes to be alone, likes to be isolated. Your true identity, yourself, to understand your soul, to understand your spirit, naturally these people feel like I need to be isolated from the world. And when I'm isolated, I understand myself better. Even if I'm going to the darkest of hours, I understand myself better. And they are naturally very secretive in terms of all aspects of their life, especially when it comes to relationships and visiting foreign places. These people like to take secret trips to foreign lands. They'll have like secretive sexual relationships and nobody will ever know about it. This doesn't mean that they're going to cheat. It's just that they could be single. They could be having all kinds of relationship and they're just not going to discuss it with the world. Even if they're best friends, they may not discuss it. Because they feel like they have more power when they hide things within, when they know information within, when nobody else knows about them. So what happens is, it's hard to figure these people out. Who are you? Are you a bad guy? Are you a good guy? Are you a mean guy? Are you flamboyant? Are you spiritual? Who are you? So there's this mysterious side to understanding themselves because the soul itself is now going to the most mysterious house. Also shows your father himself, because sun represents the father. Father could be a government spy or could be working in government, CIA, FBI, Father could travel to foreign lands for government purposes or his work purposes, and you probably don't even know what your father is going for. And yes, there could be criminals that come out of this. Your father could be a natural, like a salesman, a carpet salesman, but he's also the hitman for the mafia. He's doing all kinds of secretive things, dealing with death. All these things can come about. The exalted sun, remember, simply means that this person has the confidence to carry on the task that needs to be done. Will that exalted planet is going to give a great result in terms of their character, their personality? For that, you then obviously have to go look at the divisional charts. You have to look at the impact on the sun. Is sun with Rahu and Saturn and exalted in the 8th house? Well, you can see that there could be something else versus if, let's say, Jupiter aspects sun, Jupiter sitting with sun, Venus is sitting with sun. And even I've seen Venus with sun in the 8th house exalted. This person was exotic dancer, and who knows how they're also making their money. So everything is possible. Don't think exalted planets will always be the most sattvic positions of a planet. This is why there are something known as degrees. I mean, out of the 30 degrees, there are 30 different personalities for the sun that sun goes through. Each degree, and I might make a video in the future on exactly what each degree is meaning, what each degree does. Okay. So guys, this is my analysis of sun in the 8th house for Virgo ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. Again, if you want to know where your sun is placed, all your other astrological details, my books, reports, consultations, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.